Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Ronald the Peculiar One. Got a nice little surprise for you here. Got a painted NES Advantage controller. It's also light modded. I did this probably 3+ years ago. It's been sitting there. I had to dust it off. I remember back in the old days, I had to it's a little bit of dust and stuff on it still. Back in the day, when I was a kid, I wasn't strong enough to use the regular NES controller with the cross, with the thumbstick part. Um, yeah, here it is. I went ahead and when I was a little kid, I couldn't push these. I could play the joystick, but I couldn't push them like if you were playing a game to a certain amount of time. My thumb wasn't strong enough to continue to push. Because back then the rubber that was in here was quite difficult to push down on some of the newer controllers. They were really crisp controllers back in the day. These are all wore out, you know, even though this is an original controller. But I had issues pushing them. After a while I couldn't play anymore. And that's where this controller comes in, this arcade NES Advantage controller. As a kid, it was a little easier to use this, but if you were already used to this type of controller, this really didn't really work that well for you, because you were used to the other one and it was more convenient, more in your hands and stuff. You didn't have to fight this brick looking thing here. But yeah, this is the NES Advantage controller. I did a paint mod on it, and I kind of when I put the clear coat on, it has a few flaws. I think what happened was that I didn't leave it. I wrapped the wire around this, and if you look real close, you can see the lines from the wire, because this wasn't set. It didn't become hard enough when I did it. I think you can still I know it's already cured and everything, but you might be able to put some heat to this and melt this, because I think that clear coat is sort of like a plastic, a spray-on plastic, and it just hardens. Obviously it's chemicals, but anyway, I'll show you around the controller here. I painted it a fluorescent color here, but yeah, that wasn't there after I did it. I think what happens, like I said, it was still not cured, but you can probably use like a if you watched one of my old videos, I have this this lighter, sort of like a blowtorch. If you do it at a distance and slowly heat it up, you might be able to melt this back down, and sort of help fix that. It might smoothen out. But if it's already set, there's a chance that it might not work. But I just painted the bottom for cosmetic reasons, to make it look better. Is why I did that. Even though it's flawed, it has that in there. It still looks really good. I had to use clear coat, and I'll just take you around it really quick. See how it's shiny and everything? It's got some thickness to it. It's the way it's supposed to be. But when you do the clear coat, you have to really spray it, and that can cause it to like ooze, get like like little puddles, and it kind of oozes. But for what I had to work with, I did a really good job on it. I mean, it's not perfect, but again, I always say that in my videos. Nothing's perfect in this world. It really isn't. But anyway, yeah. So I went around and I used my my airbrush actually worked. This was like three plus years ago. I'm not sure how long ago it was, but there are some flaws on it now. Before it didn't have all this little nicks, indentations and stuff on it, but it looks it's really shiny, as you can see right there. This kind of it's really shiny. When I did this ball, the joystick ball, whatever this is called, to order to get that shine to come back, because I sanded it all down, and then I sprayed it with clear coat to get that smoothness and that, that shininess to the ball again. And it took quite a while to do it. And yeah, everything works. I'll show you it lit up in a second. This button here, I have to push kind of like right here because of the rubber pieces that connect to the motherboard to connect to show that you pushed it. With this button here, I have to push kind of like right here to get it to work. I can't just push over here or over here or over here. It has to be precise. This one here, you can just push down practically anywhere on it. But this one here, this one's kind of wore out. And it was a pain to get these off and to put them on. And if you look real close, there is a little bit of nicking of the paint. And I put it on too tight. I should have just barely put it on, because just in case I wanted to take these back off, so that they won't, I have to use the pliers basically to get them, there's this nut or a washer or something underneath these, and it could cause issues to get those off. But yeah, and you can still sort of see the name through right there. I'll just slowly move it. It's hard for me to see if it's focusing enough, but it is on there. It says NES Advantage. You can still see the wording on it, and I think that says Nintendo right there, and then NES Advantage. And I'll try and I'll make the effort here to see if I can get it in a certain angle so you can still see it. The name is still there. It was sort of like a gray color, went along with the NES system. And I wanted to change it up, and I hardly used it because I'm used to this controller now. When I do play the NES, I'm just so used to this one. And this one here is you have to set it. You have to either be on the floor, you have to have a nice sturdy desk or something to play that. With this one, some people could actually play it on their lap, put it on their lap and do it. But back in the day, I didn't actually own this back in the day. I was over someone's house temporarily, over someone's house using this. And I found it was a little easier, but it was still, because like I said, my thumbs, as being a real small kid, I didn't have the strength to push this here. It was too hard. I could do it at first, and then over, say, 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes or something. How back then that's all we had, so we would play for hours if you were allowed to. And anyway, it was very difficult. Remember, these controllers, they had that really strong rubber connection when you push this, it connects to the motherboard, and you let go. It completes the connection when you push it. And it told the electronics that you're pushing that button. And so yeah, I decided to, and I got. Actually, I was gonna sell this on eBay, and if you watch my videos and stuff, you'll hear me mention eBay. I used to have an eBay store, and a lot of my older videos, I would say, "Hey, come to my eBay store" and stuff like that. But nobody bought my stuff, hardly bought anything, and so I took everything down, which was a waste, because somebody could have enjoyed this, type of stuff. And nobody wanted to buy my stuff. Everybody wanted the popular, whoever sold it the cheapest. They would get the sales on eBay, and I couldn't sell it any cheaper than than what my prices were, because I wouldn't have made any money. And so it would be like me giving it away for free. It'd be like, well, why bother, you know? So I kept it and I took everything down. It's a shame because I really needed that. And then of course they did that. Before it was what, 2,000 transactions or $20,000 or whatever came first, and then you would do taxes, or they would send you a 1099 form or whatever it was. Um, but now it's $600 or $599 or $599 or something, and then now and they send you a tax form, and so the government but is pretty much still won't let people have a business, and they keep taking from you. You do all the work, and they come in and they take their cut, and that's pretty much what all the governments in the world really do. But enough of that politics. But that's why I took my eBay down. I had several reasons for that, and it's a real shame because I really needed that business to work out for me, but it didn't. So now I'm on YouTube, and please subscribe. I need a 1,000 subscribers, so if you can support me with that, I can continue doing this. If at some point down the road I might not do eBay anymore, or not eBay, talk about that too much. I won't do YouTube as much. If all of you guys and gals don't support me, I'm probably gonna do less and less videos, because it takes it's out of pocket. I have to pay for everything, and it's really difficult for me to continue to do this. I do it mainly as a hobby, like I said. When it's more of a hobby, I feel I enjoy it, but I like to make a few dollars on here. If I cannot make a few dollars eventually, I probably will cut down on my videos and do less and less. And I do fix-it videos, I do unboxings, I tell you my take on things, I do reviews in my own opinion. I do all kinds of little things, and I won't be doing that as much. So you're gonna miss out if you guys and gals don't subscribe and support me. It doesn't cost you anything to do it, and at the very and I like to talk in my videos because I don't have much. I'll be straight with you. I don't really have much going on in my life these days, and so sometimes I get a little lonely with things. So if you hear me talk a little bit longer, that is why. And I just share my feelings, my take on things, and it makes me feel like I'm part of something, because I'm not really part of a whole lot. And yeah, I'm personally telling you a little bit more about me. I don't really have a whole lot in my life going for me. And so I do these things as a hobby, but I also wanted to think that I could maybe make a little bit of money on here. But it's gone on kind of long enough with the doing these videos, and I'm not really getting anywhere. And so, but I'm not going to give up on YouTube here, not yet. I'm still going to do it as a hobby. I might not do. Before I would do, if I missed a few days of doing a video, I would make up to it. I'll put 3 or 4 in one day up to make up the difference, and I have almost 400 videos, so I've been doing this for over a year, and so basically one a day, or I'd make up for it, and then basically it adds up to one a day, even if I missed a few days, because I put 2 or 3 videos at once to make up the difference. But yeah, I've been doing it for a while, and it's not going that greatest for me now. There's a lot of things in my life. There's some things I need to change to improve, and I thought maybe this would give me a helping hand to get a few extra bucks on the side. But anyway, that's my personal thing, and I thought I'd share that with you all. And we all have our life situations that we want to improve. So when you comment on people's videos and stuff, when you don't do videos on YouTube or other social sites, you need to take in consideration what that person is going through to put themselves out there, because you have to be brave to put videos up of yourself. You're exposing yourself as being vulnerable. And when you have rude people, trolls, people that have serious mental issues, I guess, and or have bad things in their life, and they come on to YouTube or social media to attack others by commenting rude or harshly. That means that their life isn't the greatest, and they're taking it out on somebody else. So don't do that. Be nice to people. If you can't, that saying, if you don't have anything good to say about somebody, then don't comment. So if you do comment, be polite. There are a few comments I had to delete because there was no call for that. There was no call for talking like that. So obviously they were having a bad day, and they were trying to take it out on somebody else. And instead of standing up for themselves, whether it be at work and not take that stuff or whatever it is. But they come on the internet there and they attack you because they have their own issues and they don't know how to express it. And I'm assuming that's what it is. But anyway, a little bit of politics, a little bit of personal, actual experience there, and didn't mean to ramble on, but that's what I do. All right, so the last thing I want to do, see, I left this on. I left this sticker on, and I did do the. I think it looks really good here. I'll go right back up real quick, and I'll kind of move it around. I know, pardon the how it reflects all over the place. It's not meant to hurt your eyes. It's just doing different angles so you can pause it so you can see how it looks, and it looks really nice. And that there wasn't there before, and that's another one of those soft spots. They didn't cure right, and the wire. Sometimes I'll wrap this wire around it, which I probably shouldn't do that. But that's kind of my fault on that part. I didn't know what, and that wire's thick, and I had the same issue on a couple of my controllers or consoles that I modded. I did the same thing, or I set something on it. I had a GameCube. I'll show you that one sometime, that mod. And it was soft, and something got sat on it, or I set it on the floor, or set it somewhere on a shelf or something, and underneath it was on something or whatever, and it made this happen as well on that. But anyway, I'll show you the tag on it. I left that on there, and I think I did a really good job considering. See how it's starting to wrap around it again. And again, here shortly, I will show you it lit up. The lights that I put on it. It's nothing too big, too fancy, but I got it all hooked up on my NES right here. I'll show you a little bit of the NES. It's kind of dusty too. The NES, I got it hooked up and ready to go. I just all I have to do is turn the light off. It's the only time that I get a chance to do it before it gets to light out, so that you can actually see it and see what it looks like in the dark. And I'll show you it lit up now, and then I'll show you it in the dark as well. I'll turn it on. There you go. There you go. You can see it lit up there. And I'll also show it in the dark because it will illuminate a little bit more as well. There you go. It's lit up, and you can see it. It lights up. It lights these up here, and it lights these up when you use those. Everything works on the controller. Put it way up so you can see what it really looks like there. It's orange, as you can see. And like I said, this one here, I have to push right there in that spot in order to get this one to work. But sometimes, I mean, you can probably get away with pushing around it sometimes, but if you want it to work every single time, you got to kind of push like right there on this one. You have to get used to that. And then this one, you can just push wherever. It's rubber pieces that connect to the motherboard to say, hey, you push this button, and there you go. And I can also show you I'll also show you my NES. My NES lit up. I'll go along with it there. And here's the controller lit up. There's the NES lit up there, and It's got the Game Genie in there. But I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for bearing with me. And I say it all the time. Thank you to those who stick around and have patience with me and understand that you know, I'm a human being too. I have life happens, and you have to deal with it. You know, and I'm doing the best I can at it. There are a lot of people out there that struggle, especially, believe it or not, a lot of people on YouTube struggle to do their videos around their everyday life. Certain things are difficult for even YouTubers. Um, it's just how it is. That's how life is. You know, I'm just making the best of it, but I'm also sharing my personal stuff, my personal little bit of my life there. You can decide whether or not you want to subscribe or run away. It's up to you. Not subscribe. But I really do appreciate all those who actually watch my content, understand that I'm a person too. You know, I'm not perfect, and I'm just doing my best to be part of something. Besides, a lot of people don't have much going in their lives, and so and I'm one of those people. You know, I stay positive. If you watch all my videos, I do the best I can to stay positive about everything. You know, but I do rant on sometimes, and I do express myself in my words, you know, and through my YouTube videos. A lot of people, they just come on, you know, and they get all this free content, and they don't understand that for me, for instance, this is all out of pocket. This is all out of my time. Like I said, it started out as a hobby and possibly to make a few dollars, but I can't make a few dollars unless all of you subscribe and support me. Watch a few minutes or even a few full videos of my content so that you can help me out, and that's all it takes. And then it comes down to YouTube after I meet that quota to they decide whether my YouTube is worth sponsoring, and then those commercials will be. I'll make a few dollars off those commercials. Who knows? I might get a sponsor. I'm not really sure, but I am honest, and I'll tell you like it is. But I do it as respectful as possible, but being straightforward with you. But I will not tolerate any harsh comments. I just, I have enough going on in my life. I don't need to deal with that. And yet I know that you're hearing me rant on here about my personal stuff, but it's my YouTube uh, channel and my content, and or they say a YouTube creator, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm just being human. So I'm real. I'm not someone who edits every single second of the video. If you notice, you see a lot of editing in a lot of videos because they want it to be perfect, and I'm not going to be perfect with any of it, and I don't have time to spend all day editing a video. I mean, I do a little bit of editing sometimes, but I don't do what they do. Plus, I don't have all that stuff to do it. And I suppose if I made thousands of dollars a day on one video, I probably would. Maybe do a little bit more editing. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten that far yet to find out. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed it, and pardon my rant and how I feel. Sometimes I have to express myself somehow, and I'm sure you probably ain't watching a whole lot of it. You're probably skipping through it. But I also want to say I looked at the analyst stuff of how many views I get on my stuff, whether it's a minute, 30 seconds, or whatever. I have thousands of views, but nobody's subscribing. I got my 1, 2 subscribers. If I would get 10% or 5% of all the people that at least check my videos out, I'd have thousands of subscribers by now. Maybe even 30,000-40,000 subscribers by now. But I do think the algorithm program that they use on YouTube is kind of prejudiced. It's kind of fixed. by all the by everything that I've seen on YouTube, to everything else. And I don't mean to say anything bad about YouTube or anything, but that's what I see. And if you watch a lot of videos, different stuff, they'll tell you the same thing. They'll tell you that that they'll see people like they'll have thousands upon thousands of views, and then all of a sudden those thousands and thousands of views disappear. And so, but I'm being honest, and but anyway, I do this sometimes. Like I said, whatever my mood is, is what I do in the videos. And but yeah, I think that I'll probably do less videos in the coming months and on, unless you guys and gals help me out. So please help me out, and I'll stick around and I'll do videos every day, or almost every day. It just depends if something happens in my life where I have to take a break for a couple days. So, or if I get sick or something like that, or you have to work around that. All right, thank you so much, everybody, for watching and putting up with me. and I hope you enjoyed. This controller. It also goes along with my game system. See that? It's almost the same color. This is a little bit lighter, I think, but yeah, it goes along with it, and I'll show you the whole thing there. If you watch any of my videos, you would already have seen this system already. It's got Game Genie in there. It says Game Over, 3 hearts. I carved that. I carved that out myself. So you can see that. It says Game Over. 3 hearts. I saw that online, that picture, and I used that. But all right, everybody. And again, this is what it looks like. This got it right here. It's stuck to it, and that's why I got creases in it, and it wasn't cured, I guess. Sometimes when you do that clear coat, it does not cure, so you have to heat it up a little bit to harden it. Sometimes they don't put enough hardener in it. Sometimes they put too much hardener in it, so when it dries it can kind of ruin it. And this is so I could see in the dark when I had the controller on in the dark. A little cheap flashlight. That's why it's in my hand. I forgot to put it down before finishing the video here. So all right, thank you so much, everybody, and I just wanted to share my take on things, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy that I'm honest. And you know, it's just sometimes you have to express yourself, you know, and let it out, you know. And so I usually do it in my videos. And like I said, I haven't made a cent. And if you see any of my if there's any commercials on in my commercials, if you see any commercials on there, I'm not getting a cent for it. So just so you know that that's YouTube doing that to make money off of me before I even get to the amount of subscribers that I need. The first tier is 500. The second tier is 1,000. You want to get 1,000 because that's when you make a few dollars off of commercials and stuff. The 500 doesn't really do a whole lot. I think that allows you to, if you're live, that all of you out there in the community, or viewers, can give a few dollars in a question. You can send a question on a live feed, and I get to keep that money, or part of that money. And I think that's what the 500 the tier for the first tier is 500. I think that's what that is. But you need 1,000 plus to really make anything, start making a few dollars. So yeah, I'm thinking about streaming as well, and it's kind of hard to do the streaming because of the life or where I live right now isn't the greatest to do streaming. So so anyway, I'll think about it. I'm still thinking about it. If I do it, it'll have to be at a time that I can actually do it, which isn't much time of my living conditions. So all right, everybody, thank you so much again for listening to me, and I hope you like this mod. It's the NES Advantage for the original NES system, and It's the arcade controller. They called it the NES Advantage, but it's the arcade controller for the NES back in the day. And okay, moving on to the next video, everybody. Take care, and may God bless all of you. That improve your life and everything. Okay, take care.